Hey folks, welcome to the first Beast Mode Archery Challenge vlog. I was motivated to start these up after watching Isaac with Vector Custom Shop arrows. He did one a week or two ago, just talking about kind of what's new and what's going on. So I thought this is a great opportunity for me to share with you guys what's going on in the Beast Mode Archery world and kind of what's new, what we're planning, and just things like that for next year. First of all, I want to talk about apparel. A lot of people have been requesting hats, shirts, stuff like that. We don't have a lot left over from last year, but we are working on some for next year, as well as some new t-shirt designs. And to be honest with you, what's tough right now is just getting I guess shirts and hats. Like this hat has been on back order for months. So as soon as we can get some of that stuff going, hopefully by Christmas, by November, December, we'll have the store open and stuff for sale. I want to thank our sponsors, our partners from this past year. We had Initial Ascent Pack Systems. We had Vector Custom Shop Arrows, Trophyline Tree Saddles, Vortex Optics, and KuduPoint Broadheads. So thank you to those companies. If you participated in an event this past year, you know how much it means to me and our participants to have those companies as supporters and supporting the hunter athletes. So going for next year, for 2022, I'm in communication with those companies, maybe even a few other ones, to see if they want to jump on board and be a part of the Beast Mode Archery events for 2022. So hopefully we'll have that stuff finalized again around the first of the year. So let's talk about events. We have the Vortex Optics, the Beast Mode Indoor Archery Challenge at Vortex Optics on March 5th. That's going to look very similar to what it was last year. We'll have the Hunter Fitness Challenge on Saturday, and then on Sunday we'll probably have another 3D shoot. We might design it to be more like a scramble shoot on Sunday morning. The scrambles have been really popular the last 2 years. The outdoor ones have been, so we might do an indoor one at Vortex Optics. And again, a huge shout out to Vortex Optics and Vortex Edge specifically. That's where this event is hosted. They've hosted it for the last several years, and they've been great partners to work with. So be looking again for some new information in the next month or two. Registration for all the events, or for all the main events anyways, is planned to open up on January 1st. By that time, we hope to have, again, the details worked out and the logistics, and hopefully have the details announced around December 1st. So you kind of have a month to look into things and to plan your schedules out. There is something that we're working on that will change the layout of some of these events, and that is we're looking to acquire a 3D pop-up system. If you're not familiar with those, do a Google search, go on YouTube. There's not a lot of people or organizations using these. It was a thing about a decade ago. It was more popular, and it's basically a system where there's 3 to maybe 6 targets that are on these systems where it pops the target up and then it lays it back down, and you only have so long to shoot them. So they're a lot of fun. So we're actually working with a non-for-profit organization that has one, that we might be able to collaborate and utilize their system. If not, we're going to look at potentially trying to find one to buy or build one ourselves. So that's something I hope we can get to work out for this winter, to be able to do some 3D pop-up specific events this winter and going into the spring, and then also be able to utilize that system for some of our events. So again, if you're not familiar with the pop-up system, take a look. They're a lot of fun, and I think it just goes hand in hand with what we're doing. What else? We have, RMEF, Rocky Mountain Elk Foundation. So we have officially partnered up with them. They're going to be, I guess if you want to call it, our charity for this year. You'll have the chance to donate to RMEF when you probably register for our events through our online registration. We'll have some novelty shoots throughout our events to where the proceeds will go to RMEF. And then really, they're going to try to have a more of a presence at the King of the Hill shoot this coming year. What that might look like, we're not for sure yet, but they do have a huge trailer with some of the record elk that they have on exhibit that we might be able to have there at Tyrol Basin. They also have the RMEF film tour that we might be able to have. So all that's kind of in the works right now, and they have obligations to be at certain places, so we're just trying to figure out if the dates will work and stuff like that. But be looking for something through the RMEF that we're going to be a bigger part of. So really excited about that. And then speaking of Tyrol Basin, huge shout out to Nathan and his team there for allowing us to have these events there for the last several years, and we look forward to continuing that and making these events even bigger and better and more enjoyable. So if it wasn't for that crew, we probably wouldn't, Beast Mode wouldn't have outdoor events. We'd be just sticking to the indoor events. So it's awesome that Nathan is allowing that to happen. So huge shout out to them. What else? We have the BMAC mini games scheduled for May 14th. This past year, it was kind of a last minute event that we did, and we did it after the BMAC Games, before the King of the Hill. And it was an event to get new people involved, and maybe if you're intimidated by some of the stuff we do, it was a calm down, tame down event. And then we also had a wild game feed. So we're planning on doing the BMAC mini games and the wild game feed on May 14th. We're doing it before the main event, about 6 weeks before the main event, to give some of you the chance to, come out and try it, and maybe then sign up for the main event. Or it's a chance for you guys to check your training and see where you're at with your fitness levels. Because again, it's going to be a calm down event from the main one, but it's still going to be a workout, and it's going to be, again, another chance for us to get together and have a good time hanging out and shooting our bows. So we'll be looking for that on May 14th. And then the main event, the BMAC Games, on June 25th and 26th. It's again going to be a 2-day event. It's just too hard to cram all that stuff into one day. So it's going to be another 2-day event, probably another 4-stage event where we have the Beast course, the Pursuit stage, the Harvest stage, and then the Pack Out stage on Sunday. That layout is probably going to stay pretty much the same. Expect some minor tweaks and changes to help with things to flow a little bit better from last year. The Pack Out stage Sunday morning, you guys did too good with that and got done way too fast. So that course is going to be longer. I can guarantee you it's going to be longer. So be expecting that. And again, details will hopefully be out December. But again, just like last year, things can change depending on weather and just a number of things that will kind of have a good foundation, a good idea of the general picture of the event, but things will change and evolve as we get closer to that. So that, again, registration will open January 1st. That event will probably be capped at 80 competitors. In order to keep the integrity of that event, we just can't have a huge event. We can't have a lot of people. So my intentions were to grow that and to have an event where we can have 100, 200 competitors. But in really thinking about it and seeing how it went last year, we had almost 70 competitors last year. it would just look a lot different. It wouldn't be, I guess, as cool of an event if it was made for 200 people. So there's just no way that we can get that many people through in something like the BMAC Games. So that event's going to stay small. The BMAC indoor event on that Saturday at Vortex Optics is going to be small. We'll probably just cap that at 60 people. The Sunday 3D shoot or the scramble we'll probably be able to have a lot more than that, but these fitness challenge, these archery fitness events, we're going to keep relatively small so that we can keep the integrity of the event and not make it seem like a run-of-the-mill type of an event. So let's see. And then, of course, the King of the Hill 3D shoot on July 29th through 31st. That event was huge this past year. We had over 230 shooters. This next year, I think we'll probably maybe grow by another 100%. So we're looking at maybe 350 plus shooters this coming year. So the things that we're working on to accommodate that is, instead of two 3D courses, we'll probably have 3 with somewhere in that 12 to 16 target range. Instead of 2 courses that are 20 targets each, we'll have 3 with 12 to 16, spread them out a little bit more. We're going to have one of the chairlifts running. So one of the courses, or maybe even possibly 2 of the courses, you'll be able to take the lift up and then work your way down through the hills at Tyrol Basin. And don't worry, we're not going to get rid of the hilly courses. There's still going to be more than adequate amount of opportunity to hike and to at least get some fitness in on that 3D shoot, because that's, again, that was the purpose. That was why we designed that event a few years ago, was to prepare yourself for your fall hunt, especially for those of you that are heading out west. So there's going to be still ample opportunity to hike the hills, shoot some gnarly shots, some long shots, steep shots, all that kind of stuff. Again, we're just looking to accommodate more people, having that lift open. Maybe more people, more spectators will want to come and participate with what we have. Again, RMEF will probably be a part of that. How, we don't know yet. Hopefully we'll have a 3D pop-up system by then, and we'll incorporate that somehow. And yes, we are bringing back the after hours scramble on Saturday evening. We had about 20 shooters at that this past year, and it was an absolute blast. We started the 3D scramble right at dusk, but halfway through we had to break out the flashlights, and we were holding the flashlights for your teammate. And those that had lighted knocks, it was a blast seeing those knocks fly through the air. I mean, it was a riot. So we're going to try to come up with a way to accommodate more people to shoot that event, and just have more of you experience the type of fun that we had at that. That was a good time. So what else? I guess speaking of the scrambles, we had several. We had, I think, 4 or 5 3D scrambles this past year. On Friday, most of them were on Friday evenings at Tyrol. We experimented having them in different locations, and that was fun. So it wasn't always the same spot. Some of the events were shooting uphill, some of the events were shooting downhill. So we look forward to bringing more of those next year and stuff. So the other thing, I guess, is we teamed up with the guys and gals from Fit to Hunt. They're an online training program based out of Missouri area, so another Midwestern company. And I've had a lot of people over the last 2 years requesting some type of training program or online program, and it's just tough for me to do that along with the events, along with running my other business, GFB Outdoors. So the guys at Fit to Hunt, we're going to team together and bring to you some DIY online training programs, and that's just going to grow as the months come. Our number one goal is to have one ready by December 1st, so that you have ample opportunity. That gives you I forget, 8 or 12 weeks to follow that program so that you're prepared to do the BMAC indoor event at Vortex Optics. And then we're going to have a program for those of you that want to follow along from that time in March to the BMAC mini games and the BMAC games. That's roughly, I think, 12 to 16 weeks, somewhere in there. So we'll have a program by that time, by the time March rolls around, that you will be able to follow. And then after the BMAC games, what are we all getting ready for? Hunting season. So we'll have another program then that you can follow to help you prepare for whether it be a mountain hunt, wilderness hunt, or just your Midwestern whitetail hunting. So yeah, that's all that's going on. It is Tuesday, October 12th. That's what's kind of new in the BMAC world. Look forward to hearing from you guys in terms of maybe what information you'd like to see from me. Any input about events from this past year or things you'd like to see for next year. Always open to that. You can reach me on Instagram and Facebook at Beast Mode Archery, as well as my new YouTube channel that you're probably watching this on is Beast Mode Archery. And yeah, just thanks for listening to me blab here. And maybe in the next couple weeks I'll release another one as more stuff, more new stuff pops up in terms of what's going on. So good luck hunting. The whitetail rut's heating up, so good luck, be safe, and get after it. Unleash the beast.